Previously on the Dosyonkos podcast.
And he goes, Hinata Shoho from the concrete. I was like, yo, when he said that, you know how gassed up I got, bro? Because that's like some real hood shit, bro. He really sounded hood there. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's like, from the concrete. I'm like, yes.
Yeah.
Yes, bro. Back like we never left for another episode of the Dosyonkos podcast. It's your boy and your co-captain SV, Sammy Vince Smoke. Here, my man Dion Chopper. Dion was goody.
Yo, man, we're back at it again.
Yes, sir.
With that new My Hero joint. You know, Sam hates that boy Deku, but I'm kind of excited. I'm kind of excited for it.
Dion's excited. You could already hear how excited I am in my voice for this fucking movie. You already see I'm gonna be seeing this shit day one, of course.
Yes.
Definitely not. But yeah.
I pretty much had to yell at Sam. I was like, Sam, can we just please do this for me? Like,
I was like, sure, I'll watch the trailer. I'm not watching the movie though, but I'll watch the trailer, sure.
Oh no, my headphones died.
I'm dead. This man's headphones died in the middle of this shit, but you know, it's whatever. Your boys is back. Another episode, rocking with the regular shit. Young recap. Your boy is going to be talking about Young Haikyuu. I'm on to season 3. Shit is gas. So we'll be chatting about the Young Haikyuu. And then this boy, Dion, will be talking about One Piece. Obviously, you know, One Piece be going crazy. So we'll be talking about that. But yeah, that's on the docket for today.
I mean, One Piece is popping since we're talking about all the great things. Luffy literally just declared the fucking war. And I love the way he like did it too. Like Big Mom is like, oh my, I'm gonna sound so stupid. I didn't remember she called him Mugiwara. Like, I didn't know that was the thing. And I didn't get that. Like,
yo, everybody besides the crew calls him Straw Hat. Literally everyone.
Yeah. And I just like forgot. Like, so when she said that, and I was like, holy shit, like everyone calls him Straw Hat. Like,
yo, this man Dion.
I was just like I felt stupid, but she's like, oh, I knew that was you. Like, you like did you come here to fight me or something? You like take Kaido's head, like, you know, like pretty much like, what are you doing here? And this boy's like, nah, we're here to throw hands with like, I'm not just coming to kill him. Like, we're fighting all y'all. Like,
yeah, that's a fact.
No, that's a declaration, bro. Like, if you can look an emperor dead in the eyes, especially the Soul Emperor, not the Soul King, not the Soul King, but the Emperor who's literally gonna snatch your soul, like, and say, "Yo, we're fighting all of you, like your friends, your sister, your auntie, like everyone's catching these hands."
Yep,
that shit was lit, and he screamed it too. Like, this is an all-out war. So big ups to that.
This man's finally in the rave. We're about to hit Roof Piece soon, bro.
Oh, about
Chapter 1000. Ooh, I'm pretty sure episode 1000 is probably going to be when Roof Piece starts, because that's when chapter 1000 is when it started in the manga. So I'm going to assume that episode 1000 is gonna to start the Roof Piece.
All right.
God, I can't wait.
Yeah, because this is the previous episode. I don't know what it is in the manga, but like Nami like gets Zeus back and is like, oh, I'll never leave you again. He's like, Nami.
Yeah, she gets Zeus back, but she gets him in a cooler way. It's gonna happen, I think, maybe next episode or two. Something else happens with Zeus. Like, she doesn't get Zeus back just like how it was in Whole Cake. Like, it's something else too. It's kind of gas. It's kind of gas.
Sick. I mean, she does. That's a real power up for her. Like, that's like a fucking
nigga.
That's a crazy
insane power up, bro. You saw what she did in Whole Cake when she fucking, you know, used Zeus to hit Big Mom. Like, you've seen the shit that she could do with Zeus, and like, she could already call lightning anyway. She's like, it's just Zeus is a huge power for her.
And I think motherfuckers forget that Zeus allows you to fly. Like, now Nami can fly, right?
Well, it depends. Maybe it depends on how big the homie is. Because
I mean, Big Mom flew on Zeus. That's how she got to the ship, right?
Yeah, but then like Zeus is not whole, and now that Nami has him again. because he went back to Big Mom. It's something gonna happen. So like when it's not gonna be the same.
Okay, so he's not gonna
So
be
like
like
yeah.
Zeus Alpha. This is gonna be like Zeus
Yeah,
like
so like Zeus is not.
3PO.
It's not gonna be the same as like when Big Mom had Zeus. Like it's gonna be different.
Oh,
Yeah,
all right. Okay, because I'm just like, yo, like now you just got the ill power up. I'm like, Big Mom fly, and that's why Big Mom was kind of busted. Like I was like, holy shit, like Oda really did some shit because she flew. She got a hand-to-hand combat item and a ranged item. Like, if you think about it really in like terms of combat, she had Prometheus, which is a
yeah,
ranged attack. She
yeah.
had Zeus, so she was flying, and she had Neptune, right?
Napoleon,
Napoleon, and
the
it's a
sword.
sword.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
so she was really out here doing it, like crazy.
I mean, yeah, we knew Big Mom was out here doing the thing for sure.
Yeah, like
It'd be so funny. Like we'd be forgetting that Big Mom is really like she's huge, but she's also really limber. Like
yeah.
in the last chapter, like she does like a somersault attack on somebody. Like she jumps up, spins, and then comes up with a sword. Like, and bitch is
No.
huge, but like she can do that. Like,
Yeah.
I'm like, no, fuck. Like she jumps in the air, like 3 spins, just sword attack onto Kid. Boom.
Right. I thought that shit was crazy when like her and Queen clashed. And Queen's like, yo, no one's ever survived this, and Big Mom just like headbutts this. Like,
She just woke up like,
she's like, dog, like who do you think you are?
who
Like,
the fuck?
yeah, Big Mom's like the truth. Like honest,
Yeah.
like really like her design, I think she's slept on a lot. Her design is kind of flawless. Like what they did.
I think she's slept on because people be saying that she get the short end of the stick sometimes, or like shit'll happen to her, and like they'll say it wouldn't happen to other Yonko. Like, for example, like the stuff that happened in the beginning with her getting amnesia, even though it wasn't that bad, people would like to say that wouldn't happen to another Yonko, which we don't know because she fell into the fucking ocean as a devil user. Like she didn't die. Like
yeah. And she didn't die, yeah.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, and then that doesn't matter, like, if you're a Yonko or not. Like, if you're a devil user and you fall in the sea, you're done. Like, regardless of who you are. Like, you can live maybe if you're like Jack and you're part fishman, you can survive in the water, but you can't move, so you're stuck there forever until someone gets you. Like, you can survive like that.
Oh, so Jack is part fishman.
Yeah, that's how he survived. That's how he survived when
Did we not know that? Was that spoiled yet?
I think
I didn't know that.
I don't know if they say it, but like when you see Jack after Zunisha hits his ship and he's underwater, his mask is broken and you see his jagged teeth. So I guess you're supposed to assume he's a fisherman. Okay. I don't know if they say it, but he's definitely a fisherman.
Yo, Jack's is busted, bro. Yo, honestly, I think Jack is like the menace of One Piece. Like high key. Like, bro, because like if you think about it, he's a fishman, so like yeah, he can't swim, but like he's like going all over the place. Like fucking he's the literal first person I've seen in that show that just like is going place to place fucking people up. like you know what I mean? Like other people go place to place and get stopped somewhere. Like you said, he got hit by a gigantic trunk from a millennium.
Yeah, he was trying to fight that shit. Like the nigga, like I don't know if it's Jack, if it's stupidity or like bravery. I don't know what it is, because like no matter who it is, he wanted to smoke, bro. And I'm like, nigga, there's some times where you just gotta fight another day, bro. Fighting a 10,000-year-old giant mammoth elephant monster and you're like 10 feet tall, like, bro, you're gonna get destroyed. And that's what happened. So like, what the fuck?
What the fuck, Jack? But yeah, so I don't know. I love her design, like the way she can like do things in a situation and make the homies, and then also gave her the 3 different type of items. And like you said, like it happens to Big Mom, but people kind of forget that Big Mom at heart, she's kind of like fucking evil a little bit, but she wasn't like. I don't know Kaido's full backstory.
She's the least evil out of all, not including Shanks, but like she's definitely on the lower spectrum of the evil side compared to like Blackbeard and Kaido, obviously.
To me, Big Mom just seemed like a kid who was like abandoned, but she was happy and loving and caring way early. So like she's not far off the realm of like hard boiled. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's a thing with her that like as a child she was raised by someone who was bad.
Yes.
So like now her view on things is skewed because when like stuff that when she was a kid that was bad, she was told was good and shit like that because she was being raised by an evil
Yeah.
child trafficking nun.
The parallels are
So yeah,
insane.
yeah. So that bitch is
No,
crazy.
right. So yeah, that's kind of like my recap for the most part.
Yeah,
Just they called the war,
she's
like everyone's
busted.
popping. Um, there was the clash between Yamato and not Pei. What's the
Ulti,
yeah,
Ulti.
Alti.
Okay, I
There
was
was
gonna
that
think. Yeah.
clash. She's
Okay.
like,
Yeah.
I like, yeah, it's just good. Like it's just all good. Like
Yeah.
literally no complaints. All no complaints. All good.
Yeah, bro. It's gonna keep. It's just chugging on to chapter 1000, bro. I mean, episode 1000.
Um,
Like that's all. Like that shit. What do you want now? Like 96,
I think it's
996.
996. Maybe this was even 997. Like I know it's getting
Damn.
really close. Um, yeah, and I read somewhere that uh in Europe they're for episode 1000 they're gonna do like a movie playing of it.
That's insane. That's
Yeah,
so
so you can like
crazy,
buy
bro.
tickets and go watch it in the theaters.
That's so sick.
Yeah, I don't know how valid that is, but if that's valid, I would 100% go to the movies. Would
Definitely. What?
yeah,
Or
nine
like
nine.
a bar watch party of
Oh,
like
fucking
every
yeah!
like some kind of shit like that, dude. Oh
I would
my god, that'd
that'd
be
be the I would
crazy.
drink the most beers in 30 minutes
I
than I
would just
have in
get
my entire life.
smashed, bro. I would just get smashed to watch Luffy just become the fifth Yonko.
Right, yo, yeah, it's episode 996. We got four
Yeah,
more.
that's crazy, bro. It's
That's
a
actually
fucking month away, bro. If there's no breaks, it's a month away.
it's a
Depending on
standard
if
month.
there's breaks or not. That's crazy, bro.
Big crazy. So yeah, I mean that's kind of what I'm looking forward to, and that's really it for my recap. Just Luffy being good, One Piece being One Piece.
Yeah, yeah, that's fire. One Piece, it's manga been gas. One the manga is gas this week. We got a nice killer moment, a
Oh,
good
killers!
killer moment, a moment that makes me like killer got a moment, and that moment was so good. It's making me like kid more. You know what I'm saying? Like that's how good the killer moment was. Was I'm now thinking like maybe I was too harsh on Kid.
Yeah,
Maybe he's actually kind of cool, and I was just like being a little harsh on him because the killer
that's
moment
awesome.
is so good, bro. I fucking love it.
I love
So yeah,
Killer's
killer
character
moment
as
is
well.
sick. Yeah, kill like they're fucking exactly the same. Like Kid and Luffy are pretty much like almost similar. Killer is pretty much Zoro. Like you know how much like bruh. We've even got a moment in this chapter where like Killer offers his life for Kid. Something Zoro has done on multiple occasions. You know what I'm saying?
Multiple times, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So like it's just like the parallels are too late. Like man,
Oh,
Killer
right. Isn't that why Killer
too
was
fire.
in the prison, or he got captured? Right, because he's like, you can either like become like my
Yeah,
subordinate,
you could eat this. Yeah, you could do this, or and I'll
or
let
we
Kid
kill.
go or whatever. And obviously they lied to him because
Yeah, yeah.
because
Damn.
duh.
Kill beat. Yo, that reminds me of
Yeah, that
the.
shit crazy.
I'm excited for that. Damn,
Yeah,
now I
so
got stuff to look forward to as
that
well.
shit. I'm telling you, like that shit. They're kind of they're and then like with this killer moment, they're setting up a kid moment too. That's why that's why I'm trying to think of maybe I'm too harsh on this man Kid because what they're setting up. I don't know if it could happen. But if it does, it might be crazy, bruh. I gotta see how I feel
What
if
are
it
they setting?
happens.
What are you said? What are you
I'm not
talking
gonna
about?
spoil this shit, bro.
Can you spoil it for me after episode?
I don't know, bro. I feel like it's too good to spoil.
I kind of
I feel like it's too good to spoil.
damn it.
Yeah. So they're setting up a kid moment that I'm like, if this shit happens, because it's something unexpected. Like I didn't think this would happen, but if Kid was to pull this off, it would be crazy. So I'm just like, fuck. I don't know.
This kid just like lift the whole island up and
I
move
don't
it.
know.
Because I'm not gonna
Honestly,
lie,
we need somebody to do that right now, and but Kid's not gonna do it. It's gonna be. I'm not gonna say who it is, but we know who's gonna do it.
it's gonna be Law.
No,
He's gonna pick the island up.
Yeah, it's not gonna be long. I'm telling you, the way the person who's gonna do this, you could never guess who it's gonna be. Because something had to happen to this character for them to even be put in the position to do something like this, to lift the island, to hold it up. Like,
Okay, because I was thinking either A. So like I'm just taking shots at the dark. Either A, because they're at that big like gigantic. Wasn't it like the place that they're at was like a deceased corpse?
yeah, the skull dome, yeah,
Skull dome, yeah. And that thing's like gigantic, and it had a sword there. That's like twice. I was thinking like kid like metal grabs the sword and uses it.
That would be cool,
right? And
I feel like that could still happen, but that hasn't happened yet.
Right? Just imagine he's fighting Kaido and he just like pulls out the sword and it's like, holy shit! Like this.
Oh my god!
And that's kid like using his power because like, come on, bro! Like you gotta do something out of the ordinary. Like no one else in the world can pick up that sword except for Kid.
Yeah,
you know?
That'd be crazy. Yeah, I don't know.
All right.
So yeah, if Kid manages to pull this off, it'll be a gigantic W for this nigga. like the biggest dub this nigga could have ever seen if he pulls this off.
All right. I'm gonna hold that.
That shit's cool. And we also Sanji's getting a power up, which is just fucking lit. It's just lit. So it's just lit all around in the manga.
I thought it was cool when he got the suit, but it was kind of a little salt when he got the suit. You know what I mean?
Why?
I don't know. I just like felt like he didn't need the suit, you know?
Nah, bro.
Like I thought there was someone who's gonna give him some like steel toe boots, like some Tims or something. Like
nigga said some Tims. Nah, bro. This suit is so fire, bro. And like that suit probably like I don't think it's gonna be like something he uses like every time. It's only because he hates using it. Yeah. So it's obviously gonna be like only when he's like necessary, like dire needs like to use that shit. I don't know.
Like he needs it. Like he needs to get out. It seems like they gave Sanji. So we're kind of like way sidebarred, but it kind of seems like they
One
gave.
Piece, so
yeah, still One Piece. It seems like they gave Sanji the role of, I guess, like scout or spy. You know
that's
what I mean?
That's always been his role, though. He's always been the Mr. Undercover, Mr. Incognito. Think back to Alabasta, bro, Mr. Prince.
Yeah.
Think back to Mr. Prince. You know what I'm saying? Like he's always been the nigga who's incognito, always. He's never been the one to do shit like Luffy and Zoro. Like just he's always the one doing the secret mission, bro. Always.
You know that holds a lot of weight, but it just makes me because I thought that they transitioned that to Brooks' role. You know what I mean, as a scout, and I thought that's what like happened.
I guess
like you got Robin, who is not like the infiltrator. I guess you're right. Like he's an infiltrator. Like Brooke is like the scout.
Yeah, like this like, nigga, he's like I like when Sanji's on his shit, he's like James Bond. You know what I'm saying? Like James Bond isn't a scout, but he could do whatever the fuck he can get into a nigga to like search around. He could do that, you know what I'm saying? But he could also shoot a nigga in the back if he needs to. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, and Sanji could 100% do that. Like, and when he's at his peak, Mr. Incognito, Mr. Prince, he's 007, James Bond. That's really what it is. When he's Mr. Prince, nigga, he's 007.
That's funny.
I'm telling you. So that's it. The power up the Sanji's getting, just like, and it's not even the suit. Like, the power up he's getting in the manga right now is not even the raid suit. That's good. Shit, like, the raid suit happened, and now this is something else that's just, like, fucking crazy, bro.
I guess that's what I didn't want. I didn't want it to be the raid suit power up. You know what I mean? I don't want him to like learn more. I want him to get a body power up.
Yeah, like, I mean, but I still like.
You know what I mean?
I don't think that getting the raid suit power up is bad because people get technology power ups all the time. Like Frankie getting a laser beam is a power up, but that's technology. Zoro getting a new sword is technology, but just him getting a new sword, not even training with it yet, is a power up. You know what I'm saying? So it's the same. It works the same way.
But that's a good statement though. Is Frankie getting new laser beams a power up of technology, or is his whole kit technology? So it's like
his whole kit's technology. Well, I guess with Frankie it would be technology anyway, but it would be normal. But like it's still like if you would give a laser beam to somebody else, that's technology.
Yeah.
So like with Frankie, it's still technology, even though his whole body is technology because he's a cyborg.
Yeah. That's
Yeah.
funny though, how
So,
it doesn't how it like it pertains to Frankie, but it doesn't
but
pertain to
it
him.
doesn't at all. It's like
Yeah.
Frankie, it's technology, but also just normal for him. It's also just
Yeah.
normal.
That's funny.
Yeah. Yeah.
Alright. So there we go. Alright,
So
Mr.
yeah,
Whistle.
that shit's gas.
I'm hyped, man. So what's on your docket, boss? Like what are
Besides One Piece manga, I've just been, fucking watching Haikyuu, bro. Haikyuu is so gas. Like it's so gas, bro.
we could talk about Haikyuu all the time, man. Haikyuu
Yeah,
is
dude.
great.
Yeah, so I'm on season 3 now. I'm on, I think, episode 3 of season 3. So they're fighting Shiratorizawa right now, and then it's just gonna be different, bro.
Oh, they're actually in the game against your
They already
Torizawa?
lost the first set. Yeah,
Yeah.
the first set already went down quick. This man, Ushijima, bro.
Oh, yeah.
That nigga is different. They also have good. They also have good chance. Also,
Mhm.
Ushijima. They have a good. They have a good chance too.
Wasn't it sick
But
when Hinata spiked the first ball down and how do you say his name? Oshijiwa?
Ushijima, yes,
Yeah,
received it, and I
Yeah.
was like, yeah, he really. I'm starting to like Ushijima a lot because like I finally understand his character. Where before I thought he was interested in Hinata because he thought Hinata was interesting, but that's not even the case. He doesn't like Hinata in the slightest. He actually hates him because he thinks Hinata's confidence is baseless, which I really like. For someone like him, like he seemed like an absolute king.
Yeah.
So for a nigga like that, he has to think that way. Because he's talking to Oikawa like some kind of scrub. And I'm like, Oikawa is ridiculous. Bro, like this fight, but we have to go back to the match with Obajosai. Boy.
Yep.
This man Oikawa is ridiculous, bro. Like it's insane.
Nut.
Insane, bro.
That's the one where they brought out the Mad Dog too.
Yes, dude.
That boy's sick.
That was a good ass match, but yeah, the Ushijima shit is crazy. So like, and that part was crazy because he had not received a ball the entire tournament. Ushijima, Hinata hits it, he receives it clean, no problem, clean. He says, "Give it to me," and he smashes it for the fucking set point. I'm like, Jesus, that's a statement, bro. That's a statement, bro. I'm like, fuck.
Yo, that boy makes statements. Remember when they were warming up and Hinata spiked it straight down, and then like, the other team was like, "Oh wow, that's pretty crazy." And then Ushijima like comes through and hits it in the rafters, like everyone's like, yo.
I'm like, oh my god, this man hit a spike so hard it bounced and went in the bleachers, nigga, upper deck. Like, what the fuck?
So they were like, oh no,
that shit is insane, bro. Insane.
When me and T saw that episode, I just looked at it. I was like, this isn't probably going the way they think it's going.
Hell no. And like, bro, it's just so sick. So I'm super excited to see how this match ends because it's 5 sets. I also didn't realize that like finals are 5 sets in tournaments, but it makes sense that they would be longer because like that's like every other fucking sport too. So
it's cool how that happens. And Hinata and like Kageyama are kind of even so stoked because they get to play more volleyball.
Exactly.
It's like, like yay! It's my first 5 sets. Like
like it's their first like center core. It's their first like 5-set game. Like so, like they're extra hype, bro. That shit is fucking gas, bro. So like I just want to see how I know what's going to happen though. I already know a moment that's gonna happen. I can see it bright as day. My man Four Eyes is gonna get the first block on Ushijima. I already see it happening. It's gonna happen. We've already seen it. We've seen it once. It's gonna happen again. I can put money on this. They showed it in the Tokyo practice games when he blocked Boku that one time and he did a special animation for him where he's like, hey, it's gonna happen again.
So they just spoiled it.
They didn't spoil it, but they gave us a teaser like he's gonna learn to do that and he's gonna block it because we already seen in the first set. He read where the ball was going to go, but obviously Ujima's so strong, he spiked it straight past his hands and jammed his finger. Like, broke his finger. Like, Jesus Christ.
Yo, so I love that shit. Like, where the dude just does everything on intuition. The like creepy.
Wait, who?
Isn't that the
Oh, I
same
haven't
dude?
gotten there yet. I think it's the next
Oh,
episode because he at the one I just watched before this, he not as quick. The kind of red hair guy, and he
the red
goes,
hair guy with
"You
the
gotta
weird.
beat, yeah." He's like, "You gotta beat me before you beat Waka." Yeah. So, and then
Oh,
the next, it's titled like a guest monster. So I assume like he can just read.
oh,
He's read blocks really well. That's what I'm assuming.
I don't want to ruin that. Yeah, that's a good backstory. But that guy is a
Yeah.
fucking freak.
Yeah.
Like
Oh
like the
my
way they
god.
the way they like set him up. Like you see that. Like they give him like the weird eyes and the crazy hair, and he like does weird stuff, and he like talks
Yeah.
awkwardly to like
Yeah.
everyone.
Yeah.
And he's like when his relationship with. So to me, it's kind of funny. His relationship to I always mess this guy's name up. Who's this spiker again?
Ushijima. Yeah.
Ushijima.
Ushijima.
So
Ushijima. I
the
don't
red
remember
haired
how to
dude
chant. How to
and
chant.
Ushijima, they had this like really weird relationship where like Ushijima doesn't like respect him a lot, kind of, but he also
Okay.
respects him because it's just like he's such a good blocker
Okay.
that but he's not a spiker, so he's like you're good at like stopping people. And
Yeah.
I'm good at spiking. So like to me
Okay.
it's kind of like how an indoor like a good goalie forward combination is like
Oh
the
yeah.
best team.
Oh
Like
yeah, for
everyone else
sure.
on the
Yeah.
field doesn't matter
It
really.
doesn't
It's
really
just
matter.
like can you
Doesn't
got a
really
guy who
matter.
can score and are you blocking shots? Then you're good. Like
Yeah, facts. That's dead as
so
facts.
so that's kind of like the feel they get. It's like they both have a and they call each other like monsters and shit. They're like you're just a monster.
Yeah,
Like why are you
Ushijima,
talking to
it
me?
really
Like
is a monster though.
yeah.
Like it's crazy. We also got to give a shout out to Nishinoya, bro, because Nishinoya, like I love like when I tell you he might be my favorite. Like him and Tanaka are like neck and neck, and they're like the same character. I love them both. I would die for them. I
You
love them
just die
both
for
so
him?
much, so much.
Oh no.
But Nishinoya, like when this man said, "Give me 3 and I'll return it," and he does it on 3, I'm like, "This is why I love you, bro." Like the nigga was, he's like, "I'm return it. Give me 3 times. I promise you, I'll get it up." And then when it's perfect, not only does he get it up, it's clean,
Yeah.
perfect, right to Kageyama. I'm like, the nigga's libero skills are, oh my
Off the
god, bro. Oh my god.
yeah, boy's crazy. Off
Yeah,
the chart.
it's so sick, bro. I love how he had like kind of his own episode because like he was like dealing, even though he's libero, it was still hard for him because like it's the first time like Ushijima is a lefty. Like
Yeah.
so when he said hello left in my mind I'm like, oh yeah, he's a left hitter. Like that's really what happens with like the ace is on the left hitter. Like that's fine. But it's another thing. It's not even that. It's like he's a lefty, left-handed, so like it's harder for them to receive the ball because it's different. It's the same thing in soccer, nigga. Playing like it's same thing in soccer as a goalkeeper, nigga. Motherfuckers lefties. Let me tell you, a fucking annoying, bro. Annoying as shit. Because they just weird. They just do shit differently.
It's because like shots come at you weird too. Like
yeah, like you don't expect this shit. They just be weird as fuck. I'm like, yo, you use your right foot, nigga.
Yeah.
Use it right.
Because like I always think about that too. Like when I like the sidebar when I was playing soccer and I got pretty good with my left and like I would score with my left. I was like thinking about that. I'm like, yeah, like sometimes when you're dribbling and someone who only uses their right, like if you're coming from the right side and you're trying to go near post,
yeah,
it's telegraphed. Like
yeah,
you're like, but when someone's doing it with their left, that's just like a gun,
yeah,
like boom, like you
yeah,
gotta react
dead
to
ass. It's crazy.
Nah, that's nuts, man. Yeah, it's just So, hey, lefty, that's a good moment too. He's
yeah, it's so good. He goes, "What's up, left?" I'm like,
what's
oh,
up?
shit, Nishino is so tight, bro.
That little trash
He's
talk that they have
so
too.
tight. Yeah, bro. I love like their whole main. Like I love not even just a main lineup. I love their entire team, bro. Like I love all of them. It's crazy. Like even Suga, who don't even be playing.
I love
Like
them all.
yeah, like I just love them all, bro. Like I don't get it. Like I just love every single one of these characters, bro. Suga will come in and do some sauce shit as a third year. Then we have obviously Daichi, the fucking foundation, bro. Like the pinnacle of a captain, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
he everything that you could want from a captain, Daichi gives you, bro. Motivation.
Yo.
He knows how to talk to each and every single one of his players, bro. Get them riled up.
Yeah.
Dude.
Dude, that's honestly a funny story. I was like talking to T about this, like that you brought that up. And I think that's what I was the most upset with, like back when we played at FM. Is that all the coaches I've come into contact with always try to make the best player the captain.
Yeah.
And I was like talking to him like, yo, I felt so stolen from because remember when I would always like we'd show up and I would like challenge people to games and I would like get people to do stuff. I'm like, I was making people better for the team, fucking having fun. I'm like, I wasn't the best player on the team, but like people would talk shit to me.
Our whole FM situation was weird, bro.
Yeah, it was just
we had a mid-season like recaptain vote. Like I had lost my captain sidebar. I lost my fucking armband to Ben. Ben is cool.
Yeah.
Ben's not a better captain than me. I'll be honest.
No. That was
I love my armband to Ben, bro.
Yeah, I was like, no way.
Ben might have been our best defender. Like, I don't understand it. Was he the most vocal on the field? I don't know.
Bro,
Shout out to Ben. No, he's cool. Shout out to Ben.
We have a photo, right? We have a photo. I gotta find it, and I'll send it to you after. Because it is shout out to Ben. We were taking a free kick. It was a home game. We were taking a free kick, and I said this to the coach, to fucking Coach Rogers. I told Ben, I go, Ben, peep this, bro. I've been seeing how these guys been lining up. Hit it to me left. I'm gonna pass it back to you, and you're gonna be fine. Like just run in the middle. And there's a photo of me like talking to him, like holding him, like a fucking child. And then after that worked, and he fucked it up. Like he just didn't do it right. He fucked it up. I go, see, I told you. And I went back to the bench because I like got subbed down. I'm like, that's our captain for you, coach. And I was so tight, bro.
Yeah, bro.
Tight. I'm like,
it was weird. It was a weird time. It was a weird time during that season, bro. Having a mid-season re-captain vote is insane to me.
That's how you know the situation was fucked.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah,
like it's insane, bro.
Oh man, but yes, Daichi. So sidebar over after our FM hatred sometimes. Daichi was pinnacle. Yeah, he's not the best player on the team. He's solid.
He's not.
He's good.
He might be the most solid. He's not even the best at receiving because that's Nishinoya. You know what I'm saying? So, like, he's just solid in like everything. Like, he's really good at defending and receiving, but he's also good at like riling up his team and like getting them to calm down, getting them fired up. He can talk to each and every one of them niggas differently and get them fired up. Like, he'll say something to Kageyama and it'll get them fired up, and something to Hinata and it'll be two different things. Yeah. But they're both the perfect thing that they have to hear to get them into the game. It's just fucking lit.
I think the best example of that is Asahi. Like he has a different way of like dealing with things, but you would think that you would be gentle with him, but Daichi's not.
Yeah, facts.
Right?
Like, yo.
And it's like, but it works.
Daichi has to scare him into doing shit.
Yeah, and isn't that funny? Because like and that's something you learn at the beginning. I'm so happy you brought that point up, because in the beginning you get this feeling that Asahi's just this gentle giant.
Yeah,
like you have to be nice to and like coax him into it.
Nah.
And like Daichi is like that with some other people, and you see that, but with him, he's just like, "Hey, don't make me hit you again."
He gets like, scary. He's like, "Oh shit, Daichi's so scary," and then he goes to do his shit.
Right, and that is prime what Sam is trying to say. Like
that shit is funny, bro. Yeah, it's literally perfect, bro. So like everybody, I'm just waiting. We should go back to Aoba Josai because a lot of good things happen in this match too. First thing we gotta say is our man Yamaguchi finally showed up. My man, I felt so happy for him, bro, because like it's a rough, like he's in a rough spot, bro. He being a pin server is a rough spot to be in, and him finally overcoming and getting 5 straight points, bro, was fucking gas.
And he had that like hype moment too, where he just got
bro. When he got the no service, everyone's rubbing his head, bro. Yeah, that shit was good. Yeah, that's a fact. That's a fact, bro. Yeah. So that was fucking lit, and then obviously like. There's just some insane things in this fight. Like the one insane scene from Aoba Josai that I keep thinking of is the super long set Oikawa did at the end, but it gets blocked. That shit is incredible, bro. Like he does it from 3 to 3.
Yeah.
So like Oikawa runs to one side and does a backward set across court to the other 3.
Yeah.
And the guy smashed it. Obviously, Daichi picks it up, and then they score the last point. But that shit was insane, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Like this man Oikawa is different, and his serve, nigga. Yo. Bro, when they change, I like how with Oikawa he has 2 different serves. He has the power one, the powerful one, and he has like the ultra powerful one where it changes, where like he holds his breath, like the ball stops in his hand.
Yeah.
Just next thing you know, it's across the court. I'm like, what the fuck?
Mm-hmm. I like you said, I think you were going there with it, right? Were you gonna say that you love how they changed the animation of it? So so somehow you get the distinct difference, which is like seems hard to do, right?
Yeah, so like you can tell which one is different because like he has one that's really strong also, but he has like a super, like his super basically.
Yeah, it really is
his super. Yeah, like he has his regular crazy serve that's obviously OD already, and then he has his super. Like once his bar builds up, he's able to do this one, and it's fucking insane.
Yeah,
and it's the same thing with Mad Dog too. Like Mad Dog has one where his shit changed too, where he like fucking went all the way back and just
oh yeah, his back is hyper flexible.
Yeah, his back was like a C, bro. His shit was nigga crooked. Nigga, this shit was crazy.
Yeah, that was nuts, man.
Yeah, so I like that a lot. They have Ushijima has one also. Like they all have that shit. Yeah. I'm hoping Kageyama gets one soon.
Yeah. They're I always call them like monster moments, like monster points.
Yeah,
like,
facts. They really are monster moments though. Like I want Kageyama to get one. I mean, Kageyama has his too though. Like the last set to end the Owa Josai is a monster moment because he's running backwards and he does it like over his head this way, a perfect set to Hinata, and Hinata does his thing, and wins the game. And wins the game. And the crazy part about that even is that like the man, the great king Oikawa reacted to that shit. Like he reacted to it. Yeah. That when I saw that, I'm like,
bro, really?
I thought he was gonna get it. I thought he was gonna lift it up. But when it went past him, I was like, oh my god. But the nigga reacted. I'm like,
this dude crazy.
That nigga's different, bro. He's different. Different. And then the last thing about that match I really liked was the ending with Kageyama and Oikawa when he was just like, we're 1-1, don't get cocky, and Kageyama's like, I know, and it just dipped off. I love that. I loved it, bro, because obviously they're not cool. Obviously they're not going to be cool right now.
Yeah.
So I like that a lot.
Honestly, I could talk for years about this because I also really liked how Hinata like got dragged into the monster. I always say it was like the monster conference. Like, Oikawa like went to talk to Ushijima and and they're like, I'm gonna win this, and like the other person's like, oh no, like cool, I'll see you. And then they both look at like Hinata and he's like, I'm gonna win. You know what I mean?
Bro, he always gets caught in that shit, bro. Always. This nigga Hinata always
it's like kind of
gets
funny
caught in that shit.
It's the comedic foreshadowing. It's like he deserves to be there. He's gonna be there, but like he's so not ready there.
Yeah, exactly. This shit is weak.
And Hinata gives me like Luffy vibes. Like after the Daytech match, and his boy came up and said, "Win this for me." Like,
that shit is facts.
My heart, bro.
I'm tight. I'm tight that they didn't play Dadeko again, but it makes sense, obviously. Like we said it last week, like if we were to cut, and when you told me they weren't gonna play 3 matches, I'm like, we have to cut Dadeko, obviously. They have to cut that one. There's no way we don't see Oikawa versus Kageyama, and obviously Shito Izawa is going to happen. There's no way it doesn't. So
and that's the good thing. And that's what I was trying to like. And remember, like forever ago, you're like, oh, like, how's it going? I'm like, dude, if I tell you anything about anything in these tournaments, right?
Yeah,
it just ruins the whole thing.
Exactly, yeah.
Like, imagine if I told you, like, the Daichi moment, or, like,
oh my god,
how mad you would have been. And, like, I almost slipped up. Remember, I was like, yo, so something happens to... I was like, nah, I can't even say a damn thing.
Nigga, the Daichi moment, fucking, that's one of the craziest, like, twists in the shit this show has had, bro. Like, it's probably on par with the twist in the first episode with Hinata and Kageyama being in the same school.
Yeah.
Like, that, the twist of, because, like, the way they shot it is insane. Like, you see them both run into each other, but then you follow the ball goes in there, it drops, and you see everyone's reaction. You think it's gonna be hype, but it's horrified.
Yeah.
You're like, what the fuck? And then you see you on the floor, and then Tanaka's like, and I'm like, Tanaka!
No! Oh, man.
And then he's obviously feeling shitty because he heard the captain leaving now, like, he feels shitty. It just...
Oh, and they also, like, they set it up, too, where, Tanaka's, like, shook now. He's, like, in that real feels like they did a good job at like showing that,
bro.
Right?
They do a great job of showing like real feelings you would have when you're playing a team sport. Like that would happen if you think, not even just volleyball. If God forbid you were playing a sport and you and a teammate collide and your teammate has to go to the hospital, you know what I'm saying? Like that shit happens. That should happen at FM.
Yeah,
that shit. You know what I'm saying? That should happen all the time.
Yeah.
So
like, too powerful, man.
Crazy.
So is it still holding true for you? Is it still holding?
I can't remember a time where I thought something was bad in this show.
I was about that. Yeah. When it comes down to like the whole Haikyuu thing, it's like you're right. I've not had a moment. This is honestly, I'm gonna just say this right now. Haikyuu is a 10, and the only reason why I'm saying this is 10. We always say like nothing's perfect.
Yeah.
But this is like perfect. There's not a single episode that I don't like watch and feel like I didn't enjoy it.
Yeah.
You know, I watch every episode and I just I enjoyed this.
Yeah. 100%.
And I haven't felt that like there's
and not even like I just enjoyed a little bit. I thoroughly 100% with all my being enjoyed this. Yeah.
And I can't even One Piece. There's episodes of One Piece like last week where I'm like, I kind of felt like underwhelmed by it because like they cut Orochi's head off, but like that was I know the episode I want to watch is the next one.
Yeah.
In Haikyuu, there's not been an episode where I'm like, I didn't. And
that also goes into the format of how Haikyuu is fucking brought out. Like there's no fluff in Haikyuu, bro. That's why seasonal anime is the premier way to put anime out now. Like the weekly stuff is great. Like I obviously love watching One Piece weekly, and like it's different because like One Piece is like just a cartoon in Japan. Like if we were fucking watching Simpsons or Rugrats, nigga, it's the same shit in Japan. So like they have to have episodes weekly, which is fine. I like that, but still, if we're talking about for peak anime enjoyment of like the story and shit, seasonal is the way to go, bro. Because they cut out all the fluff. There's no fluff, bro.
Yeah. But even the fluff in this, bro, is good.
Yeah,
even the fluff in this is good.
But like, what is the fluff though? All the fluff has like a meaning.
Yeah,
like, there's some stuff in One Piece that's legit just padding because they have to fill out time so they don't catch up to the manga. That's just what happens with those shows.
Yeah, okay.
And like, even though there's some things that are in canon, like a perfect example is in Whole Cake Island. There's a moment where Pedro and Brooke sneak into this soldier that sneak into the mansion. In the manga, that's a panel. In the anime, that's a full scene, 5-minute scene. You know what I'm saying? Of them sneaking around. You know what I'm saying? Like, but that's in the manga. It's canon. But there's fluff there because they want to add out time. So it's the same thing with that. Whereas like with seasonal, that they can't. There's no time to do that. There's no time.
Yeah, there's no time.
There's no time for that shit. So yeah, it's the peak way is seasonal, bro. It's so good.
I'm with you on that. So I will have to say this. You heard it here first, folks. I would have to say that
10 for you.
IQ is just
I'm keeping it at 9.5, bro. A strong 9.5 for me, bro. Like I'm hard pressed to say anything's perfect because
I don't. It's the feeling.
So good.
It could not be
so
perfect.
Good.
It's just a 10. It gives you a 10 feeling. So that makes it.
I can feel that. Definitely. It's just incredible.
So good. So, do you want to just jump into like our 4-minute main meat section?
Yeah, bro. Yeah, because I don't know what I'm going to say about this, to be honest.
So, as you know, the main meat is where me and Sam talk about the juiciest part of our episode, which is never really the juiciest part, but
it is. Like we always say, it's like a fancy hotel, a fancy restaurant.
Yeah.
The main course is always the smallest, but it's still good though.
It's the most impactful.
Yeah, it's always the tiniest,
Yeah,
but
so
it's still impactful for sure.
it's tiny but flavorful.
Big
That's what we're
facts.
going
Yup, that's a fact.
to. So we'll kind of skip through here and talk about some things. But as you know, another movie is dropping. My Hero. My Hero. That's gonna fuck my voice up. Like I don't know if I can say that twice. My Hero Academia World Heroes Mission. My Hero World Hero. Okay.
My God, so
That's
many
a
worlds
lot.
and heroes in the fucking title, bro. Too
Yeah,
many
that's
worlds and heroes in that shit.
too many. So to start off the review, too many heroes and worlds
Yeah.
in there. Drop that shit. But we're back at it again. I'll play you the beginning piece of the My Hero trailer. Um, I mean, this boy that they're coming in here with, the dude like the blue, and like as they open it up right here, they put the hoods up. That's cold. I'm not gonna lie, that's fucking cold.
Yeah, I will say they look really cool.
Yeah.
The design, the suit, the all blacked out nighttime suits, like
Mm-hmm.
the stealth suits, nigga, fire. That's what I will say off the bat,
Yeah.
fire. And I
Great.
will say the villain looked like too much like Mr. Manhattan for me. Dr. Manhattan from Watchmen.
Oh, yeah, I
He
did
got a
not.
big Dr. Manhattan vibe. So Dr. Manhattan is real cool in Watchmen. He's an insane character, but
Yeah.
he give me a real Dr. Manhattan vibe for sure.
Yeah, he definitely does have the real. Yeah, he does have that too.
Or Megamind.
Yeah, Meg.
Megamind.
So here, we'll get to that scene. So yeah, as you see, Sam's like Mr. Manhattan vibe. That's the look.
Yeah, Dr. Manhattan, yeah.
Oh, that's true though. But when they're running up, like I'm assuming it's gonna be so crazy because
Of course.
Bakugo. If
Of
y'all don't
course.
know, Bakugo is my boy. That's my favorite character.
My number two, I would say. Number
Who's
two.
your number one?
Muriel, of course.
I'm so stupid. I forgot.
Without a
I'm
question, like,
sorry, Sam.
he's leagues ahead of everybody else. Like he's
Yeah.
fucking goated.
So,
Fucking goated. Powers are not goated. Powers are not goated.
yeah. Even with powers, goaded. Like busted goaded.
Different. Different. Nigga got phantom move, nigga. Nigga just kick you in your fucking grill.
When
Nigga's
he's
lit.
imagine fighting him. Remember in that fight where he like let the dude's hand phase through him and like as it got to his hand, he grabbed him? Bro, like come on. That
I could
shit
talk
was
about Muriel all day. Let's not get into it because
Okay,
I'll
let's not.
literally
Alright.
gush about Muriel for 20 minutes because he's the fucking best character in the show.
This is the trailer review. Sorry. Muriel's great.
Not the
Sorry.
Muriel review.
Yeah, not the Muriel. Yeah, so Bakugo like swinging through, doing his thing. I like I guess the cult vibe. I don't like when there's like a cult vibe a lot of times because I feel like they overuse that too often in movies. But I think that's
Yeah,
just
I
a
can feel you.
thing.
That's just a
right?
thing. Like they have to have like it's just easier to call like some kind of like evil organization a cult. Like that's just
Yeah.
like the word they use. Like there's no getting around it, I feel like.
There's you can't dodge that. So yeah, Bakugo does the coolest shit ever in the trailer where he's in the air and he just flips in from the top and his explosion and he's the first to go all the time. I think that's what I love about him. He's just the first to be in action.
Of course.
All the time.
Yeah.
So, and this dude's about that action. They break down this door, roll in on like Sam said, Dr. Manhattan.
Yep.
And let me get this volume down because I don't want you to have the words. I just want you to see the video. Don't want to get hit with that DMCA.
Yo, facts.
But like, what is up with this? Like, the people, are they in different parts of this, like the world, like New York City and stuff? Is that
yes? Well, I don't know exactly, but what the trailer says is that like this dude for some reason he wants to deal with like he thinks the quirks are bad. Yeah. He's like, I'm not sure what the fuck his deal is. We don't know all for sure. But he set up these bombs all around the world, and it's obviously the hero's mission, hence the title of the fucking movie, to figure out where these bombs are and deactivate them. Like this is a basic premise, which is great. Like for these kind of movies, you don't need a crazy plot, bro.
Yeah.
Like a simple plot like this, and then you just have niggas doing crazy stuff is the recipe to have a sick movie like this. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like they have to go around the world deactivating bombs and fighting niggas. Like perfect.
Yeah, so,
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, what else could you want
fine,
from a
yeah.
movie? Yeah.
I mean, that's true. Like, what else? What? And if you have it set up right, they're just fighting different. Like, you can introduce some non-canon things,
Exactly. That's what
test
I
it
always
out.
feel like is the coolest thing about some movies is that like they can do non-canon stuff
Yeah.
because most of the time movies aren't canon. So like only base I have on is for like the One Piece movies. And like there are some insane stuff in some of the One Piece movies, like insane things because they're not canon. You know what I'm saying? So yeah.
And I think that it's a good setup too, like to rewrite some canon things. Like you could like prime. We'll just use. I mean, this is kind of the same thing, but we'll just use like One Piece. They could have a movie, like a movie where like Crocodile or somebody else has the sand power,
Mm.
and they're just like, oh, this dude has it. You know what I mean? Like this is
Yeah.
him. Because didn't they
Yeah.
already do that? The guy who has like the heat fruit, like, and then it was
Yeah.
pretty much Oven, like the in the
Yeah.
movie, like
Yeah.
Oven is the guy who makes his body heat,
Yeah.
but they just made Oven, and it's
Yeah.
like the other guy's like my body gets to heat up to like thousands of degrees, and I use steam out my nostrils, and then you get to like Oven who puts his hand in a fucking ocean and kills the
And boils
surrounding,
it and boils
boils it, yeah.
boils the ocean.
So it's like, come on, like
Yeah.
those are too similar, and I feel like you could
Yeah.
play around with too many like fun, funky things like that.
Yeah, that is cool. Like you can definitely do stuff to like just try things. Like there's like in so many, especially for One Piece sidebar, there are some insane non-canon devil fruits. There's a vampire devil fruit in one of the games that's not canon. Like it's insane. Where it makes a nigga a vampire. It makes him basically Dracula.
Which
And
is
like
dope.
yeah, which is fucking sick. But like it obviously like how that shit in the main story would be insane.
Yeah, well, like they had, well, weirdly enough, like in the One Piece movie, but like in this, like their last movie with the Cork, like all for one, um, had the other kid, random kid, who he gave powers to, which he became like the gigantic, like tentacle electro, like he pretty much was Kid. He's like Magneto
Yeah.
on crack, right? Like that's fucking sick.
Yeah.
But that's not like something that's really like canon. Like I wouldn't expect somebody to have that type of power, but they could introduce that like
Right.
later in the.
Yeah. That's definitely a fact.
That's funny though, yeah. That shit happens. And you know what? They're dropping from the sky too much. And my question is like, I get how Bakugo. I just like I wonder at what point is this boy's Midoriya's body like strong enough to deal with this shit? Because it's like if you think about it on like a real aspect, right? Bakugo can like throw out an explosion and stop his momentum. Like he can
Yeah.
change his like that's why he's so good. Aerial combat's crazy for him. Technically, Todoroki, like if we're going by laws of fire and heat and whatever, he also can change his speed in air. This
Yeah.
boy Deku is floating, like he's just floating, right? And he's landing. He's not like stopping himself. He is just landing. Like how strong is this boy's body? They're falling a
And then
lot.
like bro, like this should be fucking gonna be tight. So like this nigga will jump 20 feet out of a 20,000 feet out of a plane and land in his feet fine, and then he can't use 5% of the fucking power before his arm blows
Right?
up. I'm like, what?
That's
Like,
what I'm
bro, what are we talking about, bro? The nigga just fell from 30,000 feet in the air. His knee should be blown out.
fucking gone.
He's gone, but he's
Done.
cool. And then he tries to punch somebody at 10% and he breaks his arm.
Yeah.
Huh?
That's what I'm saying. Like I just wonder like at like what point are these things like happening? Like when him and Bakugo did the somersault flip, like fucking gangster shit where he threw him at the guy with the shield
Yeah.
in the last movie.
Yeah, I didn't see it, but
He would,
sure.
oh, dude, it was so sick. So like Deku like jumped to kick this guy. The guy like repelled him. So Bakugo naturally fucking boom 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 grabs him, says nope, does like a wheel of just bombs, and then throws him back to the guy, right? At like hyper speed. And Deku comes with the kick bang, and I'm like, that boy's knees would be fucking crunched.
Exactly.
You'd be
Exactly.
be a can
Nigga,
of-
those shits would be fucking crumbs, bro. You know, like when you eat a
For
Nature Valley
real.
bar, the crumbs out of the end of Nature Valley bar, that's what his knees would be.
I was
Crumbs,
thinking more
nigga.
like a Pringles can, like you keep in your book bag and you open it, it's just
It's just pour, I just dust. Like,
Yeah.
fuck.
just straight crumbs, bro.
My God.
Yeah. Because in this they're like falling through rain. It's like see their bright future. And it's like some of these people are just dropping from too far and like kicking,
Yeah.
like
And
His
like
body is
it's
so
different.
durable.
Like it's different for like Bakugo and Todoroki. Like you said, like because they can like slow themselves down. Like Bakugo before he hits the ground can do something to lessen the impact of his fall.
Yeah.
And Deku probably could too. He could probably like shoot a wind blast, but he doesn't.
Yeah, he just
You know what I'm
lands.
saying? Like he just doesn't. He could probably do that. And like I'm not gonna say nothing more. I'm gonna not say because I will start going on my fucking Deku tangents, bro. I'm gonna not say anything else because
But like
he's fucking annoying.
when I see these like scenes,
He's
like I
fucking annoying,
love
bro.
it. It looks really sick. Like there's a black whip shit which we won't talk about. But like
God.
he's like moves so fast. And whatever scene this is where like Todoroki is just burning up a whole room, it looks like he just set like, a whole room on fire.
Yeah, that shit looks crazy. That looks crazy. Like he's in the hallway, right? And he like blows this whole shit up, and like the walls seem like they're moving. Like that shit looks insane.
I'm just like excited for that.
That was cool.
Show Bakugo like yell and die, but then they show like
of course that's all he says. That's all he says. Gina.
But this guy, and then they show his power, and he has like electricity on his dome.
Ooh, Dr. Manhattan.
Yeah.
He's some electricity shit. Yeah.
So I just don't understand the gravity shorty. I asked you this before we started. And
Ochako.
Ochako. Like what? Why is she in here? Like out of all the people, like is that just because?
Well, I would assume like Class A, like half of Class A gets picked for shit in this movie. I would assume. Yeah. So like obviously the top three niggas is obviously Deku, Bakugo, and Todoroki. So they're obviously getting chosen for this mission, but I wouldn't be surprised if some of the other people get like chosen for other parts of the mission, like maybe not like going in like the front lines or like some kind of helping or something like that. You know what I'm saying? Like I wouldn't be surprised about that.
Yeah, they do have some pretty strong recon.
Definitely. Like fucking Earjack, homegirl Jiro, she's great for recon and shit like that.
Like she's actually probably the best, right? Like she seems like in every scene, she's like the number one. Like you get her on your team's cooking.
Yeah, because she just gonna jack it to the fucking walls and know where niggas is at. Sonar, and I'm like, you just fucking valid. Like, sonar. What? That's just crazy.
You're right. I totally forget she just straight has sonar.
Yeah, she just deadass has sonar, bro. Like, it's wild.
Yeah. I don't get this whole scene of them flipping through like is that the San Francisco Bridge? I'm assuming like the.
Well, I guess that's just to show that there's bombs in all these different places. Yeah. I think that's to show that there's like where the bombs are going to be at because they showed the Eiffel Tower, I believe. They showed the Golden Gate Bridge. So yeah, I'm not sure. That's probably just to show where they're gonna be at.
Yeah. All right, that makes the pyramids. Yeah, they got.
Yeah, you see, so like the guy said he put all these bombs all over the world to like destroy it because Megamind, Manhattan.
Yeah, that's so weird. Like, and they got everybody like panicking. So are we gonna get like different superheroes in different areas? Like I'm hoping.
Ooh,
is that like what we're gonna get?
That could be cool.
Like you get to see the like French heroes.
And I guess that could be. We see that one guy we talked about who he was. He's like running with a briefcase and a brown jacket.
Yeah,
like he could be from another country. We don't know him. That's pretty cool.
I like that. I like the
cool.
introduction of some new people.
That would be sick. Because we obviously know that there's heroes in other places.
Yeah.
Like we know that there's like heroes in USA. Like I'm pretty sure in the manga, the number one hero in USA got revealed. Because I saw niggas on Twitter talking about it.
Yeah, I heard that people are going nuts. Like their ability is totally busted.
Yeah, so that's the number one hero in USA.
Yeah, it's like contract, right, or something like that. Like
I don't know what the fuck they do.
I don't know. I think like that's what the thing is.
I saw the panel of them, and that's it.
They said it's like Sugar's. It's like Sugar's ability on crack.
What? But she has like 10 abilities.
Well, they're like the contract one. They're like if she says like, and one of the things is like if you come in this area, there's no oxygen, and like so like you have to avoid that like little circle. She decided was she made a contract with like some shit. That's what I read in like Twitter. So she could be like, "Yo, I make it
crazy."
Yeah.
That's
like,
wild.
Yo, if you try to hurt me, like your arm will blow up.
Yeah,
like, it's a mix between that shorty's net ability. It seems like they fucking jacked that shorty's net ability, right? Like the 3-wish chick.
Yeah,
like, give me your nail. Like give me your face.
What the fuck is her name?
One of the fucking
Killua sister, Nanika, right? The fucking with the dark. She's like obviously from the. What the fuck is that? Fuck.
I know what you're talking about. Like I know like what you're trying to get it there.
I'm
'cause I
trying
can't
to
get
say,
it.
like, what's that continent called where the monster she's from? The Dark Continent, where
Oh, like
Nanaka's
the
from.
dark. Oh, I know. Yeah,
Yeah,
like
she
outside of
says
like.
like, yeah, the being that possesses Hunter sidebar.
Yeah,
Hunter sidebar. The being that is possessing Killua's sister, I think her name is Nanika or whatever.
Yeah.
The being that's possessing her that lets her do the wish thing is from the Dark Continent or whatever.
Yeah.
So that's where like the Chimera ants came from, and they like do all the kinds of crazy shit. So like that where you have to fulfill 3 of her like wants before she gives you a wish.
Mm-hmm.
That's where she's from.
Like yeah,
Insane shit.
You have to do 3 demands
before you get a wish. Yeah, right. Before you get a wish. Three favors for her before you get a wish. Yeah. And it could be like pick me up, or it could be like kill this person.
Yeah.
Like it don't like it's crazy.
It was the one that fucking was crazy. It was like, and sometimes it's like terrible. It's like it was like rip off your nails, and the chick had to just rip her nails off.
Yeah.
Like, or you die. Like that
or you just die.
Yeah. And like, no, I'm not gonna do that. And like the one lady just exploded. I was like,
Jesus.
Bruh,
yeah.
You got it. You want
that shit. That shit crazy.
Yeah, it seems like it's one of those ripoffs. Like that's how it is. Like you got to form a contract. Like
that's fucking cool though, bro. Yeah, I might have to look into that, to be honest, because I'm curious.
But then I feel like that's like you're like going in a weird way away from like quirks. You know what I mean?
I don't know, because we have a quirk that literally mind controls niggas. Like it's a thing.
Who's that?
Shinso. He can mind control you.
If you hear his voice.
You know what I'm saying? Like that's literally the thing.
That's so I guess that's,
you know what I'm saying? So like a contract-based quirk is not outside the realm of possibility.
Not at all.
Because this nigga literally says some shit and you have to obey him. Like
if you answer him. If you
answer him, you're mind controlled. Yeah.
I guess that's very like that's actually one of the only. I think that's pretty. What's the word I'm looking for? Like unique. Yeah, that's unique. Very unique to the show, because I think he's like the only one.
He's one of the only ones who has a quirk like that.
Yeah.
I can't think of anybody else. I can't think of anybody else who has a quirk
from
like
right
that.
now. It's just him, because even Red Eyes, what the fuck is his name? Starts with A, right?
Aizawa?
Eraserhead, yeah. Yeah. His quirk is still like he looks you in the eyes and takes your powers.
Yeah.
Like, stops your powers.
He don't even take it, he stops them,
He nullifies them.
Yeah.
So like that's an actual like mind control thing. But the other guy, like, you have to answer a question first before he can do it. That's like very different. That's super different.
And like it can be any question. It can be like, what time is it? And he'd be like 12 noon, nigga. You done. Fried. That's it, nigga.
Over. That's so funny.
What time is it? 12 noon. You a zombie now, nigga. Fuck you thought.
That's crazy. Imagine that in the city. Hey, what train
is this? That's really what it is, bro.
7.
Hey, boy, you got the time? Got the time horse? Yeah, I got you. It's 12:40.
Gotcha.
Nigga, gotcha.
What is it? 2 of those? Oh, man. I mean, so first glance is... after the sidebar. Oh, that's too funny. I'm dead. So
too many sidebars, bro.
Yeah, for the first glance of this video on the trailer, I personally think it's going to be good, because I think they've done well in the ones before. Bakugo's in this one, and that's my favorite. I feel like they're taking a lot of the focus off of just Deku. Like, I love when the show, and I get where you're coming from about how you don't like Deku. I love it when it's like the focus is off Deku and it's on the trio.
Yeah.
And then when they bring it to Deku, I'm like, I don't really like this. I really want the trio. And I think that's what they did well in the last movie. It was Bakugo and Deku fighting the guy.
Yeah,
and I was like, this emphasis is great, because it's not just like Deku, powering up and being an Ichigo. It's like, nah, they jumped this guy, and that's what they did. Like, So that was my take on it. Like, I
don't doubt it'll be good though. Like, even though I haven't seen any of these movies, I don't doubt that it's gonna be good, because like these new age anime movies are all ridiculous.
Yeah.
Like, if you think about, like, the only ones I could really compare these to are the new One Piece movies, which are wild. Like Stampede, Film Gold, Film Z. Like, these movies are insane. You know what I'm saying? Like the quality. So like I don't doubt that it's gonna be really good quality wise, like animation, music. Like I feel it's definitely gonna be good.
Hmm. I definitely give you that. I mean, I'm gonna
Yeah.
just go off the top. I think as far as like how we've been talking about like the setting, it's multiple settings, so I think that's just gonna get a straight 8 for me. Like
Yeah.
anytime you bring in multiple settings into a thing and it's not
Of course.
just
Yeah,
locked
bro.
in like Japan, like oh Japan's like break it down and like you need to find this person, like so that's
Yeah.
good. Can't say anything about the music. Like I mean the music in the thing was pretty dope, but the villain, we'll just say like villain.
Yeah,
The villain
I
seems
think
pretty dope.
he looks cool.
Yeah,
We obviously don't know much about him. Like we barely know his motivations or anything like that.
yeah.
But he looks cool.
Yeah, his like
I
design is
dig
cool.
Document Hand vibe. I dig it. I dig that shit. So yeah, he looks cool.
I'll give it so yeah, I'll give that one like a 7. Like that's up there. Obviously the trio's in. So as far as characters, so to lump them all together, the trio's in
I
plus
give it a 9.5
give it a
only
9.
because Deku's there. If it was only Todoroki and Bakugo, it'd be a 10.
Yeah. I'm done. I'm done.
We could lose half a point for
Yeah.
Deku being there, even though he's the main character.
I was gonna give it a 9. I was gonna be like, yo, it's just because
A
of the
full point off for Deku? Damn, that's
full point.
crazy. A full point?
Full point.
Sheesh.
And yeah, I mean, release comes as October 29th. So when you're
The day
hearing
of
this,
recording? It's
yeah,
tomorrow. The day of
tomorrow
recording.
I'm gonna drop this shit tomorrow morning. So
Oh, yeah.
yeah, so when you guys hear this, you'll either you watch it, it drops October 29th, subbed and dubbed. So let us know how you feel about it for real.
Yeah, definitely. I might have to check this out. It's coming in theaters or where?
Yeah.
Funimation? What are we gonna watch this shit at?
Funimation.com, My Hero Movie, is coming to theaters. So I'm assuming
Oh, theaters. Oh,
yeah.
okay.
I always go to all the local theater ones. This just gets me out the crib. And
Yeah, I feel
I've
that.
been getting the posters to hang up on the wall, so that's why I like to go.
Yeah, I feel that.
And
That's
funny
tight.
thing is, my theater sells Japanese concession. Yeah,
What?
they
That's
have
fire.
the pop sticks and the like different like Japanese chips and candies and
Oh,
stuff.
that's fire.
And the drinks. Oh, it's so cool.
Damn, that's lit actually.
Yeah, it's a fun thing. So if you have the opportunity, go check it out.
Yeah, go see this shit. Yeah, because like I said, I doubt it. I don't have doubts that it's gonna be really good, bro.
Yeah. I don't have doubts either. I think
Yeah,
all movies are good because, like you said, you don't have to have like a full plot to it. You know?
yeah. Like you don't have to do too much. Like you can have like, especially like these kind of movies. Like it's just a movie about one mission. Like the mission will have to be a complicated thing.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Bad guy plants bombs all over the world to stop bombs. Perfect.
Got it. Bad guy.
Yeah.
Oh man. Oh, so yeah, so that's pretty much what I got to say on the joint. You got anything else you want to add to it?
Nah, that's it. That's pretty much it for me.
All right, so I guess you know what that means. We get to that point in the audio where you get to hear all our juicy handles. Thank you for coming this far. We'd like to keep all of our business at the end because we want you to enjoy what our content has to offer. That being said, please follow us on all social media platforms at Dosyonkos. You can also get a hold of us at our Discord, so follow us at our Discord. If you're looking for any apparel, go to www.activegamerfitness.com/shop to get hoodies, hats, t-shirts, mugs. If you want to become a patron of our channel, $1 makes you a crewmate, $5 makes you a captain. The perks of both of those with the crewmate, you get to get your name changed in the Discord. We also shout you out live on stream. If you become a captain, you get access to the Captain's Convo Discord section, which is exclusive to the captains, and we answer your questions live on our Captain's Convo stream, which happens once a month. Me and Sam do a live streaming event, and we kind of just like go off the top, just check in, come have a beer with us, chill. Uh, Other than that, yeah, we drop content all over the place. So Sam, drop your handles because I know you got a whole bunch of those good ones.
Yeah, so I drop YouTube videos on youtube.com/stylish and beautiful, and I'm also streaming 5 days a week on twitch.tv/Sammy Vinsmoke. So yeah, come see my shit.
Yo, you better do that shit. And you can find me anywhere there's active gamer fitness. So punch that in. I'm there. That's me. If it's anyone else, let me know so I can go fuck them up. uh, and yeah, so we don't really have too much else to say after that, right?
Oh no! Last
Oh
thing,
yeah,
if you
yeah.
want to drop us a 5-star review, definitely drop one of those 5-star reviews. It really helped the podcast out. We're gonna start reading them live on the podcast. So every episode, if we get a new 5-star review, we'll read it right on the episode. You can even talk shit about us, whatever you want to say. Don't matter. I'll read it right on stream as long as it's 5 stars. So help the boys out. It'll really help, get the podcast found and shit.
Big facts. And Sam said he doesn't care. He'll read out on stream if you talk shit about us, but that doesn't stop us from whooping that ass.
Yeah,
So,
we might have to fight still, but I'll also read it.
Yeah, we'll read it, but these hands might come secondary. All right, yo. And thanks for coming through. Much love to y'all, and peace.
Peace.